At least, who hasn't heard about Johnson & Johnson as a 90s child? Like back in time, it was probably the only company the good mothers knew about and trusted the most for its quality products to nourish their babies. And then, one horrifying day, thousands of cases were filed against J&J, and nothing has remained the same. Hi, this is Businessville, and as J&J deals with its 38,000 pending talc cases, let us look at the time. It had to pay $100 million in settlements of around 1,000 cases, from the then reported 20,000 cases. If you find this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up, and show us your support by sharing and subscribing to Businessville. Let's take a look back in time. Inception of the downfall, 2020. A study revealed in 2018 that Johnson & Johnson had kept consumers in the dark for at least 50 years about the possibility of asbestos contamination in its talc products. The talc items recalled in October had no more than 0.00002% chrysotile asbestos, according to test results. People who claim to have contracted mesothelioma and ovarian cancer after using the firm's talc products have brought thousands of lawsuits against the company, both linked to asbestos exposure. Regarding its talc-based baby powder and its associations with cancer, J&J was the target of more than 20,000 lawsuits in March 2020. How did J&J plan to handle everything? Although there hasn't been a talc trial in months due to the pandemic, settlement talks slowed. Nevertheless, J&J decided to pay nearly $100 million to resolve more than 1,000 lawsuits. The media estimated it would cost J&J about $10 billion to resolve all of its outstanding talc litigation. Interestingly, back in 2018, a jury ordered the firm to pay $4.7 billion in damages, but J&J could lower that sum to $2.1 billion through an appeal. When U.S. sales of J&J's baby powder began to decline in April of the same year, the company increased its marketing to African Americans and overweight women, even though it was aware of the health risks associated with asbestos usage. Although it continued to sell down its remaining stock in stores, J&J stated in May that it would discontinue selling its talc-based baby powder only in the US and Canada. J&J officially quoted, "In solidarity with Black Lives Matter," on its social accounts in June. Officials in India questioned why J&J's baby powder wasn't outlawed there. The racial justice promise and dishonesty of J&J infuriated black women for wellness, BWDO. It began a strong campaign with other advocacy groups against the firm. It asked to stop using a racist double standard to protect North Americans from their deadly talcum while subjecting women of color worldwide to it. They addressed a letter to J&J in July signed by more than 170+ NGOs worldwide, pleading with the company to promise to stop marketing its talc-based powder internationally. The groups also demand a voluntary recall of any existing stock and its safe disposal to safeguard individuals from the major adverse health impacts that asbestos-contaminated talc may cause, including mesothelioma and ovarian cancer. After a dismissive response, BWDO delivered their second letter the next month. It included the signatures of more than 200 organizations from 51 different nations. Concurrently, BWDO launched a global week of protests to bring J&J's transgressions to the globe's notice. Along with its NGO partners, they brought attention to the issue and garnered publicity in international media. In the same month, Congo-Brazzaville government halted importing and distributing J&J's talc-based baby powder. Bringing down the wolf, 2021. In June 2021, the judges ordered J&J to pay $2.2 billion to 22 women who developed ovarian cancer after using their talc-based products. And man, does it get interesting like hell from here. The Missouri court declared that the firm had an evil intent or ignorance for choosing not to alert the public when it knew its infant powder could contain asbestos. The National Council of Negro Women filed a lawsuit against J&J in July, claiming that the corporation had engaged in knowingly deceptive marketing to black women for decades despite internal worries that the product might be hazardous. We can see J&J's roots shaking big time. J&J declared bankruptcy and established a subsidiary to manage all of the responsibilities resulting from the 40,000 lawsuits brought against them in October. Companies employ this legal tactic, known as a Texas two-step, to avoid jury trials involving charges of misbehavior and escape financial responsibility for court-issued judgments against them. Current status: 2022. In March 2022, court filings made public J&J's 1970s talc testing, which involved primarily black people. Trial records that had previously been sealed revealed the business had funded studies comparing the effects of talc and asbestos on black men's skin. In a different study, convicts were given injections of asbestos, which may cause cancer, so that J&J could compare its impact on their skin to that of talc. Really, like, is it a movie or what? The Wolf ultimately announced in August that it would stop producing talc-based baby powder internationally in 2023. Johnson & Johnson announced it will begin using cornstarch in all the baby powder it sells worldwide. Still, the corporation maintains its denial of any wrongdoing and defense of the safety of its product. Currently, Johnson & Johnson deals with over 40,000 lawsuits, settlements, and civil penalty claims totaling trillions of dollars. This specific case is unquestionably historic, rife with decades of tragedy, and characterized by egregious acts and practices from a sector that prioritizes profit and the bottom line over the well-being and safety of its workforce. And our mothers trusted this company. Well, did you find this video useful? Tell us in the comments. Also, like and share it. Spread the word. Also, support us by subscribing to Businessville. And remember to press the notification bell so you get all the updates from us.